Nnamdi Kanu will be killed even if he is released from detention. Asari Dokubo, TSUN. I greet you, my dear listeners in the house. It's a pleasure meeting you all once again, still on this very channel. Yes, it's still the Lord TV, that very number one TV that gives you all the sensitive and interesting information as far news broadcast is concerned. Yes, we still will not forget our September celebrants. In as much as it's still remaining just 4 days for us to kiss September a final goodbye, we are still recognizing them and still celebrating them right here in our studio. All right, my dear listeners, can you imagine what Asari Dokubo has just revealed to us this very evening, making us to understand that Nnamdi Kanu will still be killed even if he leaves detention. So it is better he remains there. Can you imagine? I said something one time ago, that was last week, that President Mubarak is taking note of these foul languages and statements that is coming out from the mouth of Asari Dokubo, yet he is still doing nothing about it. But if it is the IPOP members that are saying this that has just been said, I'm very sure of what President Mubarak would have done. You can now see the biasness of this and what we have been talking about when it comes to being biased on the pursuit for Biafran freedom. All right, my dear listeners, as the ought, let's quickly check what Asari Dokubo actually meant by this very statement and who he feels will kill Nnamdi Kanu. What a word. This is Evening News. The former militant warlord Asari Dokubo have spoken in parables, warning UN to back off and let Nnamdi Kanu remain in detention. Asari Dokubo, who spoke to the media, have said that it is better Nnamdi Kanu remain in detention than being released and lose his life. Asari Dokubo said that Nnamdi Kanu is the target, so will not escape death. Even if he is released, he will be killed. Nnamdi Kanu has taken a lot of lives, and since he's in Nigeria, he is very sure he will be killed before thinking of traveling out of the country. I am seriously sympathizing with the DSS to still keep him in detention. My love for him is the reason why I want him to still be in detention. It is better Nnamdi Kanu dies a slow death than to be butchered just like that. Nnamdi Kanu is the worst enemy of Nigeria and the one everyone is looking for. If you check all the crime records, you see that his is taken as number one. Asari Dokubo has dared the United Nations to stay away, leave DSS to do their work, and let the court sentence him, he said. Look at. See who is talking. This is funny. My dear people, Asari Dokubo is not someone everybody will likely listen to. Yes, I'm sorry to say, he is not. He's not the type. He's not the type they will pay attention to. He's not the type they will just listen to. Because why? Because Asari Dokubo is not just a militant warlord, but he is, I'm sorry to say, a criminal too. See a criminal calling someone a criminal. Yes. Asari Dokubo first of all need to look very well at himself before calling Nnamdi Kanu names, because it is not ideal for he, Asari Dokubo, who already know who he is and what he is capable of doing, to be pointing fingers at other people. Let him first of all remove the dirt in his eyes before removing the dirt in other person's eyes. It's a very clear thing. You understand? So, my dear people, let me hear from you. As you have seen and as you have heard, it's a very simple thing. With what Asari Dokubo have just said, what is your take and what is your thought? What do you think? Has he said it right, or has he just committed a blunder? All right, let's hear from you and let's know what's your own opinion and your thoughts on what has just been revealed. Maybe don't forget to leave them below the comment section. Click on the subscription buttons as well as the bell buttons to get updated each time we upload any new videos. Thank you.